Welcome to Orderly University's class on just a few of the great reporting features Orderly has to offer. The objective of this video is to give you the power to correctly analyze your data and make appropriate strategic adjustments when necessary. The 4 reports we are going to look at in this video are How's My Food Cost, Prices for My Ingredients, Category Spend, and How's My Food Usage. Throughout and at the end of the video, we will discuss how all 4 of these reports, when used together, can help identify potential reasons for changes in your calculated cost of goods sold. The first report we're going to look at is the How's My Food Cost, located on the top left corner. It is important to remember that when looking at this report, it's only providing insight into items that are found under your food cost center, not including other and alcohol. A very important reason that we have this centrally located is we want you to be able to identify a trend early. That way, corrective actions can be taken if necessary. Let's begin by looking at the table on the right and key metrics. Notice that we're providing you with the last 3 weeks of data as well as the current week. The first row that we're going to look at is sales related to food items, how many invoices were snapped that week, your spend, which is taken off of your invoices, the cost. This is where Orderly's algorithm is evaluating the frequency and quantity of your purchases to determine a usage value for your ingredients. This is similar to how a traditional food cost would be calculated, taking your beginning inventory plus your purchases, then subtracting your ending inventory. Lastly, we take this cost number, dividing it by your sales, to then provide you with your calculated cost of goods sold located in the cost percent, also found in the orange line on the left. The next report that we are going to look at is Prices for My Ingredients. To access this report, we'll hit Reports on top, Prices for My Ingredients on the left, and today we'll be focusing on food. While Orderly gives you a variety of ways to filter this report by clicking the white headers on top, such as item name, most recent price, and price change, it is important to remember that by default, the ingredients will always be listed by your highest average monthly spend per ingredient every time you initially come into this report. This is to get your eyes on potential fluctuations on ingredients that will help move your food cost needle the greatest. Now let's take a look at a few ingredients a little deeper. First, let's take a look at lamb leg boneless, most recently purchased for $7.40 per pound 1 day ago, and Orderly is reporting a 3% increase in price since the last time that this product was ordered. By clicking on lamb leg boneless, we're able to access its ingredient detail report. From here, you're able to look at every time this ingredient came into Orderly by supplier, by pack size, by product, or by units ordered. We also give you the opportunity to look at the supplier product by the invoice it came off of. Notice below this is showing each invoice date that a supplier product tied to lamb leg boneless came into your Orderly account. Just like other places within Orderly, anytime you see a camera icon, you can access a picture of the invoice. You can flag any issues you notice in regards to quantity or price, and then we give you a summary of how much is ordered and the associated price. Notice, for example, on 11/28, all the way to the right, our per unit price, which in this situation is pound, is $7.17 per pound. Then on 12/5 from the same supplier for the same ingredient, we paid $7.40 per pound. Like mentioned before, this is a great tool to help spot price fluctuations from invoice to invoice. Another feature that may be useful in tracking price changes is the Set Min and Max alert located within the blue button. When clicking on this, we're allowing you to set a price ceiling and price floor for this specific restaurant ingredient. Let's say, for example, you are comfortable with the $7.40 price, but want to be notified if you ever order this product at a price higher than $7.40. What we would want to do is type in for our high price, $7.41, and then hit save. By doing this, anytime you order this product and the invoice is then digitized by Orderly's team at a price of $7.41 or above, you will get an email notification. Now let's go back and take a look at another ingredient, pork bacon, with a most recent purchase price of $3.50 per pound, and Orderly is reporting a 4% increase since the last time that this product was ordered. As you can see, we have ordered bacon from 2 different suppliers, Sysco and Shamrock Foods. You are also given a gray field signifying what price trend is for that restaurant ingredient in your specific region. When looking at the invoice information, it is important to make sure that these are actually substitutable and comparable products between suppliers. What we would not want to do is give you price comparisons for ingredients that really shouldn't be being compared. Let's say, for example, you use one bacon for your restaurant and the other is meant more for your banquet events. Since these products have different purposes within your rooftop and are not something that we would want to compare to each other, what we would want to do is unlink these items. If you find yourself in this situation, simply go into your My Kitchen ingredient list, search for pork bacon, and unlink these items. By doing this, you will then get a clearer picture of price changes within comparable products. If you need help on how to link or unlink supplier product ingredients, please click on the quick help video in Orderly University. The last 2 reports we're going to look at are the category spend and How's My Food Usage, both located under the Reports tab on top and then the My Business Analytics on the left. When looking at category spend, we are looking at the breakdown of your spend and sales in relation to specific categories. This report is great to help pinpoint exactly what categories are potentially causing changes in your calculated cost of goods sold. The first column is displaying an average of the last 8 weeks, with the last listed week being the most current. The first row is presenting your total spend for that category. The next row is the percent of sales that category represented out of your total food sales. And lastly, your percent of spend that category represented in your total spend on food-related items. Orderly's general rule of thumb is we'd like to see our percent of sales stay within 1 to 2 percentage points week over week. Anything outside of that, we would want to dive a little deeper in order to see what is causing the increase or decrease. Remember, it doesn't mean that there's not a good reason for the fluctuation. We just want to give you the tools to help you find out what that reason is. Maybe you're running a special on burgers, so you ordered heavy that week. Maybe you took an underperforming item off the menu. Or maybe there was a substantial price increase on one of your most ordered ingredients. Orderly's goal is to help you be able to find out the why. Let's say, for example, you noticed that there was an increase in sales for proteins meats at the end of November and into the beginning of December. We could go into Prices for My Ingredients report and see if any of our protein meats ingredients had increased in price over that time period. We could also use our How's My Food Usage report. To access this report, you can simply click on the corresponding category, in this example proteins meats, and it would lead you to the report for that category. This report is representing each ingredient that is tied to this category and how much product was brought into your rooftop week over week. You can also switch to a different category by using the drop-down box in the middle of the screen. One example you may come across when analyzing your How's My Food Usage report is if you happen to order more than usual of a certain ingredient one week and you notice a spike in the graph. Another example would be if you didn't order a specific ingredient for 1 week and then picked back up ordering it the next, like shown here with ground beef. Either one of these examples could help explain for our increase in percent of sales. For any other help with any of Orderly's reports and features, please visit Orderly University or reach out to our Orderly team directly.